When you marry the most beautiful wife, be ready to face the consequences. Some people can say that they don't have a spiritual wife. You are a typical liar. You don't know yourself. You don't know where you came from. There's nobody born of a man. There's nobody born of a woman. There's nobody breathing on this world that does not have a spiritual family. Most especially Mbosa afia ndị otu eji ekunyi okeche ekike chọba ka igo dị akwa iyi enye man like ya mana oyi enye you must like the akwa na arụ. You will be dragging it. I have so many evidence to prove to you that you are not Ogbanja.
This video na watch Ketabo continuation of our last week topic Basala Ogbanja. This is the series 2 part 1. So enyamaka ige enyere mbo umi ga-agba mobo ịda na follow this our page na-achị akwan video sai ka ọ na-aga viral. Daalụ rie nne, daalụ na nke imele eme, daalụ na nke ka ga-emekwa.
Our topic today, Ogbanja, Iyi-Uwa and Akalaka, Akalowa. I want to tell you that you are a soul living inside a human body. I want to tell you today that you are a soul living inside a human body. I want to tell you that it's only your body that will die, but your soul will remain forever. And I want to tell you that the number of years you want to spend on this very planet is actually some hours in the spiritual realm. If you want to define it, if you want to talk about it the way you will understand very, very well. The spiritual time, the spiritual life use time. Why this physical world use years? You want to spend 150 years. You want to spend 100 years. You want to be 120 years. Biagandi na emeiba. Mpuogo obo. Mpatani ba mpuogo obo. Make sure no. Emetụtụrụ m aka ife gbasara Ogbanja. Onye ọbụla na-atụ ụjọ maka asị gị na ịbụ Ogbanja. Everybody is scared. Everybody is afraid. Whenever you hear about Ogbanja, you want to differentiate yourself. You want to depart from it. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear truth about it. You don't want to hear that you are one of the Ogbanja that you are running from. You don't want to believe that you are Ogbanja. But I want to tell you, whether you believe it or not, whether you like it or not, whether you believe, whether you like, let your faith be against this Ogbanja spirit. But I want to tell you that even your pastor, even your deacon, even your reverend, even your spiritualist is an Ogbanja. Your mother, your father is an Ogbanja. Everybody that you know in this very planet is an Ogbanja. Everybody living on this very planet that you know is an Ogbanja. You will be dragging it. Simonase. I have so many evidence to prove to you that you are an Ogbanja. The person that want to deliver you from Ogbanja spirit is an Ogbanja. Have he delivered himself? The pastor, the pastor, the woman pastor, the man of God, the woman of God, whosoever that want to deliver you from an obanje spirit that they call foul spirit, you see an obanje that has never delivered himself or herself. I want to tell you that things of the spirit cannot be treated in this physical life. You can't use a physical understanding to treat a matter of the spirit. The more you run from obanje, the more you become an obanje. How did I say so? Everybody is an obanje, but obanje has rank and grade. Obanje has rank and grade. It depends on your rank. So many people want to die because they still want to maintain their rank in the spiritual realm. So many children need to die because they still want to maintain their rank in the spiritual realm. The more you stay on this planet, the more you are losing your rank. That's why everybody must die. That's why so many children want to die. That's why so many children don't want to stay. The more you desire for a beautiful wife, the more you are going for high rank and obanja. When you marry the most beautiful wife, be ready. Be ready to face the consequences. When you want to be the most beautiful, be ready to face the consequences. Because every beautiful maiden, the most beautiful maiden you know is an high rank obanja that doesn't last. Most of them doesn't last. If you want them to last, if you actually want them to last on this planet, then you need to demote them in the spiritual realm. You will demote them. Another person will take their position. What is that position? When you are a queen, you need to remain on your throne. You don't need to go far and stay longer. You can't stay longer in another man's land. You need to return fast. So many people don't want to marry because once they marry, their rank will be reduced. They will be overthrown. Somebody will sit on their throne. So many people cannot make it in life. It's an agreement of an obanje spirit. So many people are queens. So many of them are kings. So many of them are eating with gold plates. So many of them have billions of thousands of battalions that is securing them. So many beautiful ladies you know. So many handsome people that you know doesn't last. If you want to last more in this very planet, you need to be demoted. You need to be overthrown. People that came before you will overthrow you and vacate your seat. You will vacate from your seat and they will occupy it. They will vacate you from your seat and occupy it. They will become the queen before you return. What proof do I have when I say that everybody is an obanja? Even your pastor, even your reverend, even your deacon, every man of God you know, tell the person that I said that he or she is an obanja. What did I mean by that? I want to tell you that nobody comes to this life, only him or her. There's no amount of money we have in the spiritual realm that you need to transport yourself to this very planet. Only you. A border cannot open only for you to enter is a typical lie. Before you can travel to this very planet, you need to be with a multitude of people. You need to travel with your friends. You need to travel with your colleagues, your allies, people that believe in one common thing with you. And I want to shock you. Do you know that sometimes you are together in the same boat with your mother? Your mother was your best friend in the spiritual realm, but you sent him or her to go before you because you are the queen. You still want to maintain your seat. You want to come through her to this very planet. Your mother can be your subject in the spiritual realm. You are a queen. Your mother was your servant. Your mother was one of your maiden. You sent your mother to go, that you are coming. Go, I'm coming through you. Your mother will say, yes, your majesty. Your mother will go. They will burn your mother. Your mother will start living her life. In her 30s, your mother will get married. Your mother will give birth to you, the almighty queen. You become her daughter or her son. Your mother will live her life. After living her life, when it's time to go back, your mother will die and still waiting for you to come back. Your mother will be looking out for you to come back. That's why it's so impossible to detach some people from their late mother. Your mother is so close to you that she's always coming to your dream. Your father is so close to you that he is always coming to your dream. Your mother may be your best friend or your sibling in the spiritual realm. Magi wake up one nigga one. Na mili kob. You may be the senior sister when your mother was the last born in the spiritual entity. Ngini aso ni ofo gbo wa bi owa. Abatolo gbo ava anodo. Mmage bulugu uzo pua. Bata mebo we ameso we amuage. E bata. Mgbe mmage ga anwu, mmage ade ebugu uzo ana na mmụọ na ọ nọ n'ụgbọ eche gị. Your mother is waiting for you to come back. Maka na ụgbọ ga-ebu ngene ya wee megene. Na chi ya ebu n'usi wee bịa. That's why continuously so many people are still seeing their late parents. Your late sister, your late brother. The only thing different from me and you is our time. We may be born from a different mother. We may be born from a different mother, but we may be allies. We may be sister or brothers. We may be a brother and sister. We may be friends in the water. The only difference from me and you in this very planet is our time. We may not have the same time to die. We may not come to this life at the same time, but our both will live at the appropriate time that we all agreed. Before Obanje can come to this very planet, they have to make an agreement. That agreement is when their boat will be coming back to the spiritual realm. Everybody will take an oath when he or she is returning back to the boat. When we all agreed that our boat is leaving by 7 p.m., there is nothing on this planet that will make that boat not to leave by that 7 p.m. And nobody can choose that 7 p.m. of returning. We can all argue it. Nobody can choose 7 p.m. of returning. You have from 6 a.m. to leave till 6 p.m. You can't live up to that 7 p.m. So you will choose according to your time. And let me now tell you, I am translating it to your understanding. What it actually means is a sun. They use sun to give their times. Otu anyanwụ si aga ka fa si ekwu. Na ọ bụrụ na anyanwụ anọdụ n'aka ebe a, na anya ga-anata. Ọ bụrụ na anyanwụ nọdụ n'egerege iru, na fa ga-anata. Ọ bụrụ na anyanwụ bewa n'aka ekpe, na fa ga-anata. Ọ bụrụ na anyanwụ bewa n'akụkụ ntị, na fa ga-anata. Ọ bụrụ na anyanwụ na-eme ka ọ na-ada, na fa ga-anata. I am trying to translate it to your own understanding. When we were coming to this very planet, we have 3 places to say something. One of those places is with your spiritual families. That's why I laugh at you when you are going to church to be delivered from your spiritual spouse, your spiritual husband or spiritual wife. Some people can say that they don't have a spiritual wife. You are a typical liar. You don't know yourself. You don't know where you came from. There's nobody born of a man. There's nobody born of a woman. There's nobody breathing on this world that does not have a spiritual family. You have a spiritual wife, you have a spiritual husband, you have a spiritual mother, you have a spiritual uncle, you have a spiritual children. Nobody, the youth of that world does not come here. Before you can come here, you must be married. That's why your newborn baby that they give birth today, he has a spiritual wife or spiritual husband. When a pastor is trying to deliver you from spiritual husband, you did not ask your pastor, how come this spiritual husband? But your pastor does not believe in the word in the water. Your pastor, your reverend, refuse to believe, refuse to make you believe. You refuse to believe that there's a word called the spiritual life. That there's a word where you come from. That there's a word where you have a spiritual family. Why is your husband, why is your pastor interested in delivering you from your spiritual husband? I want to know why. Onye amụma na onye ụkọchukwu na onye pastor chọrọ ka o deliver gị from your spiritual wife. Ọ ma na iwelu di mmili, ọ ma na iwelu nwunye mmili, mana kedu ebe isi we nwunye mmili? This is one of my proof that you are an ogbanje. This is one of my proof that you come from a spiritual world. Even your newborn baby with a spiritual wife, even your newborn baby girl with a spiritual husband, if he doesn't marry there, you cannot come here. You must be married before you come here. There are some people you have to entertain their question before you will come to this very planet. One of them is your spiritual family. For instance, when you now decided to travel to Canada, to travel to overseas, any country, I want to ask you, I want to see it from your comment section. I want to see it from the comment section. When you want to travel to Canada, when you want to travel to London, when you want, there will be some people, there are first people that will ask you so many questions. Who are those people? I want to know. Who are those people? Agents are the actually last people, not first. Agent, embassy are the last. Not to visa agent. The first people you will entertain question from, the first people that you need to answer their question are your family members. When you now realize by yourself that you are traveling, you need to tell your wife if you are married, or you need to tell your husband if you're a woman, or you need to tell your mother, your brother, or your father. Your father can joke Canada in a chije. Kedi hi na ejekwa n'ime na Canada. Ise na onwere ọlụ na asị gị na ọlụ pụta. Ede chọ. Ije Canada bụ ị na-ejezi obibi. Ọsị ya ka njenu. Kedi ị ga na-alatakwa ụlọ. Ị ga na-anatakwa. How long ka ị ga-anọ? Those are the first people you need to entertain their questions. That is how it was. That is how it is in the spiritual realm. You need to entertain questions from your spiritual spouse, spiritual families. Daddy, is there no way being aga? Na mo chali me travel. Na mo chali je uwa mando. Uwa you know about uwa mando, beauty of life, the life of beauty of the life where they beautify life. The life where you can choose to be more handsome than another. The life where you can choose to be more richer than another. But in the spiritual realm, your dream life is just like a dream. When you dream, the dream comes true. When you make a wish, the wishes come true. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to cry. You don't have to. If you want to be handsome this minute, you'll be handsome. If you want to be ugly, you'll be ugly. That's why if there will be a time onya na-amụke na-ama so mma. Ụmụ mgbe ọ ga-abụ oyi akwa ife akwa amachasị ya mma na-arụ. Onye gbara ọgbọ nje, most especially mbọsị afịa ndị otu eji ekunyi okecha ekeke chọba ka igo dị akwa iyi enye man like ya. Mana oyi anya, you must like the akwa na-arụ ya. Onye gbara ọgbọ nje mbọsị afịa ndị otu na-ekunyi ọgbọ perfume inu isi perfume echọba ya n'afịa, mana ịchọta ya n'afịa ebe onye na-arụ ya, you may not like it. It goes with spirit. Onye gbara ọgbọ nje, at the time their mood will swing, they become angry without knowing the cause of their anger. They become pouring for frustration on you whenever. Sometimes they don't like to hear anybody's voice because they are too far. This is my proof that you are an Obanja. Thank you. Sometimes you can be angry of yourself. Onye gbara ọgbanje agba ya na-eri nne and high rank ọgbanje agba ya na-eri nne. At the time onye gbara ọgbanje, be you a man, be you a woman, ọgbanje can spend 3 hours dressing.